LeBron been tweeting about the WNBA for 15 years, long before some of y'all even watched a WNBA game. But he tweets one tweet about a player getting a triple-double, and y'all calling him every name under the sun. I'm the last person to defend Bron, but y'all are actually stupid.
Before the game, LeBron tweeted the photo and a message. I think that was from when the Lakers were here for the first time. I believe that was your first time meeting. What's that relationship like now as you two Nike athletes are building something special?
Well, like, I don't really get too starstruck from people, and that was like a moment that I was like pretty, I knew I was going to meet him when I was coming to the game, and that's like one of my idols. Like, LeBron is the GOAT to me, so I don't know, it was just like a crazy moment where I got to.
Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. But for her individually, I don't think she should get involved on nothing that's being said. Just go have fun, enjoy, but I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that.
LeBron James just dropped a bomb, and Caitlin Clark looked like she got hit with an emotional buzzer beater. Still new to the WNBA and already catching heat from the king himself. Yep, whatever he said left her stunned like her mic cut out. Mid-interview, was it praise wrapped in shade? A backhanded emoji roast? Or just LeBron doing what he does best, being cryptic, unpredictable, and lighting the internet on fire? One thing's for sure, Clark didn't see it coming. And now, the whole sports world is watching the fallout. Buckle up, this one's going viral.
Beginning. Now, yesterday, he kicked off by saying, hey, great way to kick off the season, and he congratulated her on getting a triple-double. But nevertheless, after the situation between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese came out tweeting of him and said, Jordan never lost in the finals. It's no secret that Angel Reese does dislike for LeBron James as well, because he supports Caitlin Clark.
So, LeBron James did the unthinkable. No, he didn't drop Space Jam 3 or relax. All he did was say something nice about Caitlin Clark. That's it. That was the whole crime. The king dared to show love to the rising queen of the WNBA, and boom, it was like he strolled into a hornet's nest, wearing a honey-drenched jersey. Social media exploded. People lost their minds faster than Angel Reese on a blown whistle, all because LeBron gave credit where it's due.
And the WNBA is in a very, very concerning place, because they're dealing with new fans that have come into their league that want to support a particular team, but now you are letting the mob dictate what it is you're going to look in.
Let's be real, the second LeBron name-dropped Caitlin Clark, the sports world hit DEFCON petty. Twitter turned into a chaotic group chat filled with salty takes, courtside tears, and a full-blown outbreak of main character syndrome across the WNBA. Apparently, giving credit to a rookie who came in and torched the court is now controversial. Somewhere out there, Angel Reese is probably chewing her gum into dust, side-eyeing her phone like it just committed treason.
So, LeBron James is facing backlash because of his support of Caitlin Clark. We all know that LeBron James has been a huge supporter of Caitlin Clark since the beginning, since she came in the league, and he definitely despised.
Caitlin Clark didn't just make her debut, she blew the doors off the arena like a Category 5 Bellaricane. She lit up the Chicago sky like they still owed her rent crossovers sharp enough to julienne onions. Threes launched from the suburbs, and court vision so slick, it had defenders starring in her highlight reel. And yet, after the game, barely a pulse of praise, just lukewarm reactions, while her critics lined up to roast anyone bold enough to admit the obvious Caitlin Clark is really, really good at basketball.
First game of the WNBA season and Caitlin Clark pulled off a triple-double. She was dropping buckets, and she was dishing it out. Look at this dime she threw off the pump fake. And did you see this deep three she hit from the logo? It's just her second season in the Fever.
Meanwhile, LeBron, someone who knows a thing or two about pressure and the spotlight, dared to say the obvious, Caitlin Clark is special. And just like that, the internet imploded. Social media reacted like someone announced pizza was canceled. Suddenly, LeBron wasn't a four-time NBA champion or a global icon. No, P was public enemy number one. All because he said what anyone with a working set of eyes could already see.
You be real loud for this white woman, King James. Tasteless after what happened yesterday. Now I see what Drake was saying. Crazy world. So apparently LeBron James has officially lost his black heart. He gonna have to come do something Listen, the next brother that gets shot by a cop, I guarantee you LeBron's going to probably tweet about it, or he's going to post on IG about it. I don't care who that brother. LeBron's probably got his assistant like scouring with the scanner, the police scanners. Like, yo, tell me.
The backlash was so over the top, you'd think LeBron announced he was buying the WNBA and naming it the Caitlin Clark Show, some Angel Reese. Fans reacted like he personally snubbed her and then sat courtside in a Clark jersey just to make it worse. The outrage off the charts. Critics stretched so far trying to downplay Clark's debut, they practically dislocated reality. But here's the truth. Caitlin Clark's first game wasn't just impressive, it was a message. Confident, commanding, and clutch. She navigated a new team, a new pace, and immense pressure and still outshined half the league. And yet, instead of flowers, she got side eyes and cold shoulders. Why? Because she's shaking the system. Clark wasn't supposed to take over this fast. Rookies are usually expected to fall in line, not take over headlines. But she came in like a force of nature and flipped the script, while some veterans are still on page one and the most visibly rattled by the spotlight shift. Angel Reese, known for her confidence and presence. She now finds the attention aimed squarely at Clark, a player she's often been compared to, and not always favorably. It's like Caitlin claimed center stage, and Reese is left watching from the wings.
I am so sick of this Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese hypocrisy. LeBron James put out a tweet yesterday shouting out Caitlin Clark, and the amount of backlash that he received for essentially celebrating Caitlin Clark's historic night instead of talking about Angel Reese is crazy to me. I'll tell you what, how about we stop hating on Caitlin Clark and start holding Angel Reese accountable to becoming a better.
Let's talk numbers, because Caitlin Clark's debut stats weren't just impressive, they were borderline disrespectful. Watching her work was like seeing an algebra prodigy solve equations in a kindergarten math class graded on effort while outperforming everyone in the room. Meanwhile, some players ahem, Angel Reese putting up average box scores, then throwing fits when the spotlight naturally shifts to someone who actually delivered. But the real tragedy? It's not that. Clark's being praised, it's how low the bar for praise seems to be. Especially if you're a successful white woman in the WNBA, every time Clark scores, it feels like half the league calls an emergency meeting just to figure out how to shift the narrative. And when she does receive credit, that praise turns into a battleground. Whether it's LeBron or your Aunt Cheryl, anyone who shows support suddenly finds themselves caught in the crossfire. It's as if Clark's rise is viewed not as a success story, but as a threat. All LeBron did was offer a few kind words, and the backlash made. It seemed like he'd set fire to the league handbook. Instead of focusing on raising her own game, Angel Reese seems stuck in a Caitlin Clark obsession loop. Every mention of Clark feels like an identity crisis in the making. But fans are catching on being loud isn't the same as being legendary. Because here's the thing about Caitlin Clark, she doesn't need gimmicks. She doesn't need Twitter feuds or off-court drama. She just hoops calm, cold, and clinical. She shows up, drains buckets, and lets her game do the talking. That's not arrogance. That's excellence.